say, 'cause there's something between us anyway. I might not be the right one, it might not be the right time, but there's something about us I've got to do, some kind of secret I will share with you. I need you more than anything in my life. I want you more than anything in my life. I miss you more than anyone in my life. I love you more than anyone in my Mais je sais que je devrais pas, mais qu'est-ce que tu veux? J'y peux rien. C'est pas le bon moment, mais bon, il faut que je te dise, parce que j'en peux plus. The sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's in the play, and don't you know it's a beautiful new day? Hey, running down the avenue, see how the sun shines brightly in the city, on the streets where once was pity, Mr. Blue. Sky is living here today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey, you with the pretty face, welcome to the human race. A celebration, Mr. Blue Sky's up there waiting, and today is the day we've waited for. Oh, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long.
Good morning. Welcome to Daywave. Sorry I'm late, and it wasn't my ABS today. I was sitting here ready to go. Restream was being a real son of a bitch. It wouldn't let me update the titles. It wasn't letting me turn YouTube on. It was being a fucking cunt. But it looks like it's working. If it goes down, it's either two things. It's either Restream or the Mossad is after me. I mean, whichever one. You figure it out. But good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's Monday. Fucking Monday sucks. Well, whatever. We'll do it. We're going to do it. We'll figure it out. Daylight savings time everyone's like, oh, it's great. You get an extra hour of sleep. The fuck you do? No, you don't. Because like my internal clock was still getting me up an hour early, basically, because I was like, I have to be up. I can't be late for the show. And then I couldn't fall back asleep. So, fuck daylight savings time. I'm real sick of doing this. It's dumb. Pick a time and keep it that way. But yeah, hi everybody. What you guys do this weekend? I'll tell you what I did. I watched the UFC fight. Oh, I watched the Hurricanes game, of course. We beat FSU. Fuck a loser. We beat you so bad you had to fire your coach. And I saw the UFC fight, which was fantastic, by the way. Masvidal and Nate Diaz. Really good. I mean, really, really, really good fight, except for the fucking doctor that stopped it at the end. I thought it was fucking bullshit. Nate Diaz could have clearly kept going. However, I couldn't foresee any outcome except for maybe like a 1 in a million punch that Nate Diaz was going to beat Masvidal. And I'm a Masvidal fan. Cuban guy from Miami. I have to be. I have to be. It's my people and my family. But it was a really good fight. It was funny seeing a couple different fighters give shout-outs to Trump. Trump showed up there. There was some boos, but then you see some other angles. There were some cheers. People are freaking out about it. NPR wrote a whole article like, I can't believe Trump went to go see MMA. It's basically for hillbilly losers. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Jesus Christ, man. Like, they pretend like there's not some sort of fucking class warfare, but there clearly is. I literally have to like Masvidal. I did. And shut up, Miami MILF. I don't want to hear it from you. Who hooked you up with the streams for the fight?
Whoa! Look at that.
I did.
Good morning, champion. Congratulations to the Canes for the win this weekend, and Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Huge demand by people that frankly shouldn't have them. If you see the coverage and you decide I want one of these dogs, either buy a finished, trained, fully trained and finished dog from a professional, or just don't get one at all.
And Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. To finish it off, that clip was fucking going around. I mean, that guy is my goddamn hero. I'm gonna play it on ROTC, but I think it's worth. I think it's worth. We could play a little bit of it this morning, or all of it this morning. It's a short clip. Yeah, I was going around the original clip. I'm sure that you guys saw it. The original clip was from somebody recording it off their TV, then at the end of it going, woo, or something stupid. So I grabbed the clip from the episode.
Demand by people that frankly shouldn't have them. If you see the coverage and you decide I want one of these dogs, either buy a finished, trained, fully trained and finished dog from a professional, or just don't get one at all. And Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right. Okay.
And Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right.
And Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right.
And Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right.
This guy's a fucking American hero.
Thank you, and
American
thank Nero
hero
for your service.
And nice puppy,
it.
good puppy.
Absolutely. If I could I throw a PSA out real quick?
Real quick.
Just the remarkable nature of these dogs and them being highlighted in the news creates a huge demand by people that frankly shouldn't have them. If you see the coverage and you decide I want one of these dogs, either buy a finished, trained, fully trained and finished dog from a professional, or just don't get one at all. And Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right.
Okay. Fucking goddamn legend, this guy. Good fucking holy shit. Good for him, man. I know some people are probably sick of the Epstein didn't kill himself memes, but I'm not. And not because everything gets old on the internet and people running into the ground, but this is one of those times where it's like at least people are still fucking talking about it. You know what I mean? And I enjoy the fact that people are still talking about the Jeffrey Epstein thing, and they're not letting it go. You know, normally by now we would have let everyone would have just let this shit go, and they're not. You know, so I am very happy about that. I think Masvidal after the fight called Trump a bad motherfucker. It was pretty good all around. There was the dude, this dude that was some podcasting dude. I took a screenshot of it. Some leftist podcaster, verified guy, a whole bunch of different downloads or whatever, was on a flight, and he was flying over some farmland. That if you've ever been on a flight, you know, especially like flying coast to coast or whatever, you will see, you know, you'll fly over farmland and you'll see it. I mean, everybody who's ever been on a plane, probably, at least in the U.S., knows what I'm talking about. So this guy, here, I'm going to pull it up for you guys. And, I mean, I'm also going to definitely going to talk about it on ROTC. Thank you.
Jesus is king and we still have no answers about the Vegas massacre. No media.
Thank you. So there's this dude called at Kyle Kalinske, host of the Kyle Kalinske Show, over 500 million YouTube. See, look, let me tell you, I fucking love people like this. I love people. I love people like this. Let me pull it up so you guys can see it. I love people like this. Host of the Kyle Kalinske Show, over 500 million views on YouTube. It's and look, I'm sure he gets views. I'm sure people know who he is. I'm sure of it, right? But that's that 500 million views on YouTube is really fucking misleading. You know what I mean? Because if here, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's misleading. Hold on, because you're pointing out the views. You're not pointing out your subscribers or anything like that. For example, I could point out that Revenge of the Sis has 15 million views on YouTube. That's because you're adding up all the views and repeat views since the beginning of your channel. Excuse me. So the older your channel is, the more views you're going to get. So anyway, he's again, I'm not saying he's not big. He's big, you know, he's a big channel. 211,000 followers on Twitter is what it says. So, you know, whatever, good for him. But he's a typical leftist. I mean, if you look at his top tweet is incomplete list of policies Dems can and should pursue: Medicare for all, living wage plus right to union, free college, end the wars, public financing of elections, no corporate PACs and no big money, body cams on lobbyists, Green New Deal. And it's just typical fucking Bernie bro leftist talking points. So apparently he's big in the left. I've never personally heard of him, but I mean, I know people who have. So this is what he tweeted. This is a picture that he tweeted. And if you've ever, like I said, if you've ever flown in the U.S., flown, let's say, from like, you know, the East Coast to the West Coast or vice versa, you look out the window and sometimes you see this. Now, everybody knows what this is without, you know, without really having to think about it. You could look at it and go, oh, that's farmland. I know what that is because I'm not a fucking moron. So he writes, this land by Colorado and the Kansas border from a plane. Pretty cool. I have no idea how or why it looks like this. He's not being ironic. He's not being sarcastic. because he went on to say like, I never fly, and I think the variation of color in the picture is beautiful. Sorry my wonderment isn't sufficiently cultured or edgy. Fuck you, homo. Fuck you. You don't get to do that shit. You don't get to be smarmy. You don't get to be smarmy leftist guy, and then when somebody calls you out for looking like a complete boob and go, oh, sorry, my wonderment. No, it's not your wonderment. It's the fact that whenever people say the left doesn't give a shit, it doesn't give a shit about any flyover states or any flyover states or any middle part of the country, all they care about is what's happening on the fucking coast. This is a perfect example. This is an example of how fucking out of touch these assholes are. And they are out of touch. And they should be called out for it, and they should be mocked. I think Mark Dice replied to it and took a picture of New York City from an airplane. And he goes, wow, what do you think those things jutting up from the ground are? And of course, these are the same people. They call you fucking boobs. They call you stupid. They call you hillbilly trash, and you're just a dumb guy. You're a drumpity drump. These are the same people that clap like seals when SNL makes fun of any Trump supporter or any Republicans. These guys, but they don't even know what fucking farms are. And you know what the funniest part about this is? If a fucking hill person from West Virginia flew over a major city, they go, oh, those are skyscrapers. Like, but the other way around, you don't need to know. And this stuff is really absolutely isolates why the left is so out of touch and why they're going to lose. They don't understand. They haven't tried. They haven't learned a valuable lesson. By 2016, whether you like Trump or don't or whatever, Trump being elected should have been a shock to these people and go, Jesus Christ, we're fucking out of touch. But they're not. They don't think that way. They don't think they're out of touch. They think they're in with the zeitgeist. It's because, oh man, the Big Apple. The Big Apple. San Francisco, here I come. LA, baby. Let's go to Portland. There's this entire fucking middle part of the country. You don't even know where your fucking food comes from, you fucking moron. You really are. This guy's, and again, this is something a kid would say staring out of a plane window. What a moron. Just absolutely fucking stupid. And, whatever. I just wanted to point it out because I thought it was worth bringing up. How goddamn out of touch these people are and how they're going to lecture you about it. I don't want somebody Medicare for all and free colleges and blah, 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 who doesn't even know where your fucking food comes from, you fucking idiot. Seriously. And you know what? Before people even say, like, where does he live? Does it say where he lives? He lives in New York. Of course he lives in New York. Before people even go like, well, maybe he's just lived in the city all this. Dude, there's farms in upstate New York, like in your state. Like that, looking at farms like that isn't a phenomenon that you only see if, like, even in your own state. If you just were to drive like a couple hours north, you'd see this in your own state. This isn't really like something that this isn't like the world's biggest ball of yarn that you see in Indiana or something. Like, farming is in a lot of places. It's not just in the mid whatever. And then this motherfucker never leaves his home, probably doesn't know how to drive, Ubers everywhere he goes because, yeah, man, why even have a car that costs? Shut up. Have your fucking have your thoughts, have your ideas. That's fine. But when you start talking down to other people and you're an absolute fucking moron, you should be called out. These are the verified people on Twitter. These are the people that think you're a moron. Seriously. Don't ever forget that. And I know I'm waxing on. We're going to have fun here in a second, but I really want to make it clear. People like this think you're stupid. They think you're dumb. They think you're a fucking moron. And even if you didn't vote for Trump, if you didn't vote Democrat or didn't vote, they think you're a fucking idiot. This guy right here fucking leukemia beard over here is telling you that you're stupid, you don't get it, you're a moron for voting for Trump, you're a racist, you're a misogynist, you're all of these things. But this asshole, this fucking grown man is like, Mommy, what's that? What's that? Why is the color of the dirt different? You're a fucking idiot, and you should be called out, and you should be goddamn embarrassed. You should be fucking embarrassed. I mean, you tell me why I hate New York. He was on Joe Rogan recently. Of course he was. Of course he was on Joe Rogan recently. Of course he was. Of course he was on Joe Rogan recently. And he probably didn't know jack shit about anything other than, Trump is dummy, dumb. Trump is moron. Ew. Let me guess. He's also been on the Young Turks. I'm just going through his Twitter. He's a typical pseudo-intellectual leftist that thinks they're better than you. They think they're better than you.
We are live, bitches. Welcome to the Kyle is technologically inept hour. This happens literally every time we do one of these. I kind of fumble my way through it, but it's still fun either way. So let's see. Let me refresh this. Okay, that didn't work. Of course, what I'm trying to do.
700,000 subscribers, folks. 700,000 subscribers, folks. And this is what he puts out. I'm trying to understand. And maybe I'm a moron. Maybe I am wholly stupid. Maybe I don't get the internet. Maybe I don't. But, and I think this should be pointed out, but how do you have 742,000 subscribers? 742,000 subscribers. But your videos get 55,000 views, 71,000 views, 20 the 135,000 views is because it was a Politicon panel. But still, am I wrong by saying these numbers don't add up? Honestly, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But I look at these and I always go like, so you have 752,000 people, but your latest video, which is the best of Kyle Kalinske versus Charlie Kirk, Politica, 55,000? It really doesn't make sense. And I'm only bringing this up. I'm bringing this up for a reason. Because I'm going to show you a comparison here, okay? I'm going to show you a comparison with another YouTube page that I subscribe to and I fucking love. It's one of my favorite YouTube pages, okay? So we're going to do a quick side-by-side comparison because we could call it him being stupid and this and that, but the fact if anybody believes this guy really has 752,000 subscribers, you're fucking lying. This guy's lying to you. He has quite a few, no doubt. I'm not saying he doesn't have, but what I want to point out is this. So let's do a little side-by-side comparison, if you will. There's 742,000 subscribers. Let's look at his recent uploads. Let's look at one that's been up for a year, because that seems to be, a fair thing. So the secular talking smack whatever thing number 4 has 53,000 views. 53,000 views. Remember, 742,000 subscribers. Now, I go over to one of my favorite YouTube channels that I actually do watch all the time. OSW Review. I love OSW Review. I love old school wrestling. I love OSW Review. They have 144,000 subscribers. Hard-earned 144,000 subscribers. Okay? If you look at their videos, 343,000 views, 169,000 views, 193,000 views, 331,000 views, 156,000 views. Even this one, this is this no whatever show, 53,000 views. So I'm trying to understand, and I'm really trying to understand how these numbers work out. Can somebody explain to me how these numbers work out? How OSW with 144,000 blows the doors off of Secular Talk with 742,000, and how does that work? How does that work? Somebody explain to me how that works. Either YouTube is giving them subs, which I believe is a real thing, or either YouTube is giving them thing, or they're buying them. That's it. That's it. So they think you're stupid. Everything they do is made up. Everything they do is somehow manipulated or just always a little bit off. But you're the dick. You're the fucking dick. All right. We can move on. So there's somebody that listens to our show, and we talked about him Friday. It goes by the screen name Velator. The reason I want to talk to him, I thought it was really, really interesting, right? He listens to Revenge of the Sis, he listens to Nightwave, he listens to Daywave, he listens to the family of shows. But in a few months, he's going into to become I guess you'll explain more here when I call him, but he's going to become a priest. And I'm thinking to myself, we have a lot of different listeners and a lot of different people that like the show and stuff like that, and they're from a bunch of different backgrounds, and I think that's awesome. But I never thought that we would have people that are going into the seminary be like, oh yeah, I also love Revenge of the Sis, when they're, just being completely terrible people. So I thought we'd give him a call and we would talk to him today, because I'm really, really curious. I wanted to do it earlier, but he wasn't available. He's available today, so I'm gonna give him a call right now so we can talk to him. Is he not gonna? Hey,
hello.
What's up, Velator? How you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm doing good. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. How you all right? Doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. All right, so let's. All right, about how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 20.
20. Okay, so you're young. All right, so explain it. You're going to become a priest. Am I correct by saying that?
Yeah, I'll be entering a religious community sometime next year on August. It's the Franciscan Friars of the Immaculate. Okay. And basically, you become a priest after you enter the order. So I'll spend about 4 to 6 years becoming a friar before I attend school to become a priest. Okay.
What I would tell you is make sure you level up your dragon shout, because like when you get to the, you know what I'm talking about. They don't mess around. Level up your dragon shout and make sure if you're going to go mage, be a battle mage, because it helps. I'm kidding. But that's okay. So that's actually,
I've never actually played Skyrim.
When are you going and how many months are you going?
It'll be in August.
All right, man. Then why don't you play Skyrim before you leave at least? Have some, Jesus, do that. Come on, man. Play a little Skyrim before you get out of here.
I play WoW a lot.
You play WoW? Oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
So you listen to the shows, obviously. You said that. How did you find the shows?
Well, it's kind of weird. So a while back, my friend introduced me to Owen Benjamin. Mm-hmm. And I immediately thought he was a little insane. I was like, this guy left Christmas dinner because of the moon? That's a little strange.
Right.
And then I kind of like just searching on YouTube for some other stuff about him, and one of you guys' videos popped up, and I really liked it. I thought it was pretty hilarious. The bit that really got me was when Mersh mentioned something about his mom stabbing his dad or something.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so you like us and stuff like that, but what made you want to get into being a friar and then being what led you in that direction? Was your family, or you came upon it yourself?
Well, I'm the only Catholic in my family. I became a Catholic when I was 14.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do? You should show up to a Charlie Kirk event holding a huge crucifix. That'll really help.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
Yeah. So go ahead. Sorry, you were raised only Catholic?
No, I was raised Protestant, just regular like evangelical Christian. And then when I was like 12, 13, I kind of was like, man, this is garbage, and I kind of became like an atheist for a little while. And during that time, I read the Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita, and a bunch of other weird religious texts, and kind of studied some stuff. And I came to the Catholic Church when I was about 14, and I've been there since.
So 14. So you decided that. And when did you decide that you wanted this to? That's it. That you wanted this to be your life's work.
Well, since I was really young, I've kind of had a introverted nature. I've kind of been really into reading and studying and helping people, which is kind of contradictory, but I liked helping people, even though I was not really very open. But in the end, it kind of just revealed itself as I learned more about what friars are. Mm-hmm. And I kind of feel like since I was young, I've had that predisposition for that.
Now, are you going to go help Robin Hood and stuff? Because if I remember, like, Friar Tuck had that. You're too young. The thing is that you're 20, man. You don't even remember 9/11. It's really going to, you know what I mean? Like, you're a baby. So what? How does this work? So what do you do when you go to what is it, like a convent? Like what is it?
It's a monastery. A convent is for nuns.
I don't know, man.
So I'll spend the first year as an aspirant and postulant, which is basically just living there and just watching what they do. And then after that 1 year, if I decide that I'm really down for it, I'll become a novice. And as a novice, it's basically you live as a monk, but instead of doing the regular work, which could be like gardening, building things, I'll be doing like really, really intensive studies to fully understand the whole faith, like read a bunch and study a bunch and get taught by a bunch of other monks that are basically professors. Then after I finish the novitiate, I'll spend 4 years in temporary vows. And then finally, I will make perpetual vows. And then after making perpetual vows, I will be going to the Pontifical University of St. Anthony, also called the Antonianum, kind of hard to say, for 5 years, where I'll study 2 years philosophy, 3 years theology, and then I'll be ordained.
So that sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, again, I 100%, admire your devotion, but I mean, the only question I don't want to sound like a boomer, but you're 20, you're sure this is what, I'm not trying to talk you out of it, obviously, but I'm just saying, you're 20 years old, you're sure this is what you want? Because I know you want to read and I know you want to help people, but I know there's a lot of other ways to do that. You sure you should be out there? Because I know that helps a lot, but also, you seem like a pretty smart guy and pretty woke on stuff, and some people have a good point in the chat. It's you could also start a family and do like that. I just, it's kind of like the idiocracy thing, right? You sound like somebody that would be a good father and meet a woman and take care of, raise some kids that are going to do the right thing. And it's kind of that bloodline is going to be cut off. So we have, people in Chicago or people that live in hillbilly trailers having 1,000 kids.
No, and I understand that point. My parents have made the exact same point on several occasions, but it's one of those kind of things where if you don't understand it, I can't really explain it to you. It's a calling in the heart from God. It's calling me to this life, to enter the monastery, to move off and devote my life, every single second of it, to God and to serve Him without any reservation.
No, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. It just bums me out to hear people like you are just gonna, that's it, And I know, look, it's again, I get where you're coming from, and I get it, but I'm also thinking back from my perspective, right? Like I'm 37 now, right? So I think when I was 20 years old, when I was 20 years old, like I thought of a lot of things. I went to Christian school my whole life, so I mean, I get the whole, trust me, I've read the Bible like 3 or 4 times back to front. Like, I mean, I went up until ninth. I went to Christian school up until 9th grade, so I 100% understands people's devotions, and I get it. But I also remember when I was 20 years old and think back to when I was 20, and then think to how I am now, and I'm a completely different person in terms of my mindset, in terms of my views changing. And look, you're an adult, obviously you can do whatever you want, but it's just, I always look at it like, it's like, you feel that way now, but you don't know how you're going to feel in 5 years or in 6 years, or, and that's, and I guess that's and I don't want you to regret that either. Like, I don't want you to feel the way now, because man, when I was 20 years old, I felt like I had a calling too, and not to God, but to other things, to other things that I felt were really, really important to me. And I look back and I go, man, I could have done this differently and this. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't want you to be filled with regret. And it's not about like crushing puss like Brendan Schaub or any of that kind of stuff. But it's like, so let me ask, it's like the Navy SEALs, for example. Like, if you start doing it like a couple years in and then you realize this isn't for me, you just leave, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, like I said, the first 6 years, if I'm a postulant novice and make temporary vows, at any point I can just say this isn't for me and leave without any issue whatsoever. That's why they have a very long training and temporary profession of vows period to make sure that's what you want to do for the rest of your life, because they understand that when you're 20, you can't really make that lifelong decision, but when you're 26, 27, you are more fit to make that decision.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get that, but the other part of that is like, again, I'm not trying to sound like a fucking boomer, but your formative years, it's early 20s and stuff is when you really start, fun, you date, you have a good time, and I get maybe those things don't appeal to you, but it just, man, is that how it works for any? Because I'm honestly ignorant on this, because I only went to Catholic school 1 year, 9th grade, and that's because my mom didn't want to send me to the really shitty schools in Miami. But outside of that, I went to Baptist school pretty much my whole life. Like that was the school I went to. So forgive my ignorance when it comes to Catholicism, because I really am not very well versed in it. But is this how it works with every priest that's Catholic, or just this particular order or sect or whatever you call it?
Well, this particular order, because so there's 2 types of priests: diocesan/secular priests, and then there's religious priests. Diocesan priests will basically go straight to the seminary, where they just go through 7 to 8 years of education to become priests. They're the one that you see like in the black suit with the white collar.
Right.
But the religious priests are the ones you see that are wearing the robes. That's because they belong to religious orders that have certain charisms and certain apostolates and are dedicated to certain ministries. So the Franciscan Friars of the Immaculate are dedicated to missionary work. They were founded in the 1970s. It's kind of a relatively new thing, but they were founded by 2 members of the Order of Friars Minor Conventual, which date back to, I believe, the 1180s. So it is a very historically based order. But yeah, so this is kind of the formation process for all monks, friars, and nuns. You're a
nerd. Bro, you're a nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd. No, that's fine.
No, 100%. I play World of Warcraft and read all day.
Yeah, I get it. But, I mean, you've had girlfriends and stuff before, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, I mean, it's not like you... I get it. You're still playing World of Warcraft, man. The game came out like 2005. Like, what you still playing that game? But you know what? Maybe you should be. You know what? Let me tell you something. Maybe you should be a priest, because if you're still playing World of Warcraft, you are a committed dude. So you definitely are a committed dude, man. So what do you do for these 6 years? I mean, obviously you don't use any technology or anything, right?
Well, for the first 2 years, none at all. Because that's the formative years. That's when you're kind of just doing all the studying. During my temporary profession of vows, I can like write home, phone call home every once in a while. But for the first 2 years, it's pretty much blackout.
Damn. So what do? You just read?
Well, typically it's about 7 hours community prayer each day.
Whoa. Hold up. Back up. What is 70 hours of community prayer? What does that mean? What is that?
7 hours. Okay, so in the Catholic Church, there's something called the Liturgy of the Hours.
Okay.
So, you know how there's the Catholic Mass? It's about an hour long.
Trust me, I know. I've been to an Italian Catholic wedding. It's like 3 hours.
Okay.
I'm
awesome.
aware.
So every 3 hours a day, there's the Liturgy of the Hours. And each liturgy ranges from 30 to 45 minutes, depending if it's sung, if it's one of the major hours, one of the minor hours. And basically, you do one at 6, 9, noon, 3, 6, and then 9 again.
Yeah, 3, 6, 9. Damn, you're fine. Yeah, I know. I heard the song. But so hold this. Let me ask you. So, what are you doing? Gregorian chant for 7 hours?
Partially, depending on if the
I knew there was a reason for that.
Sung or not. Some sing it, some don't, depending on the monastery and which hour of the office it is.
Well, here's what I'm going to do for you, because I'm going to, so just so you remember a little bit of the outside world. Whenever you're doing it, and I'm going to put a little bug in your head, I want you to think of Rebecca Black's Friday. And that way you'll always remember your old pal Royce. That's going to be in your head, and you're going to be doing, oh, it's Friday. It's going to be perfect. I'm just trying to help you out here. Look, I get it. And maybe I'm being selfish because I don't want to lose a fan. But you should really ask them when you go there, be like, listen, I know you're not even supposed to use technology, but you have to listen to this fire-ass podcast. Do you think that would help?
Oh, no, definitely. I'll reference you as Pastor Royce, a very religious Christian podcast.
Thank you, and you should be fine. Yes, somebody goes, are you doing the Halo theme in a stairwell? You're young. Halo was this game that came out for the first Xbox. Now, you play WoW, nerd.
Actually, I've never played Halo.
Of course not. You only play WoW and read. Maybe this is life is for you. Look, and I'm glad. I'm if that's what you want to do, man. I'm not anybody to talk. I'm not here to talk anybody out of anything. I'm just saying, dude. Like, there's a lot of people that love God and help the world, and that don't have to sing prayers for 7 hours a day. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, absolutely. They say only about 1% of people have a vocation to a non-married life. You know, like being married, being a father, that's a vocation in itself. It's just certain people have different vocations, and mine happens to be towards the religious life.
Nah, I get it. I mean, I'm not going to say I get it. I really don't get it. But, that doesn't mean, just because I don't get something doesn't mean it's wrong for you. Ash All Day. Okay, so Ash All Day in the chat is saying, is he asexual?
No.
So you're not asexual. So you actually are a heterosexual man that's doing this.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ash, send him nudes. Let's see how devoted he is. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't tempt him. I'm just fucking joking. Nobody fuck around with this kid. I don't want to mess you up. I really don't want to mess you up. I just want to make sure that, I mean, if you could get out, I mean, you know what? If you have 6 years to get out, if you figure out it's not for you, then I guess at least you have kind of a way out,
Yeah, absolutely.
But so you said that you mentioned a little bit, but so are your parents happy about this?
I mean, not really. Not because of the whole priest thing. They're more upset that I'm just gonna be gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can come home and visit every once in a while. I live in California, but I'll be going to the monastery in either New York or Indiana.
Okay, let me help you out. Go to the one in Indiana if you have a choice.
I'll go where they just tell you.
No, I get it, but you should be like, hey, I really hate the Yankees, and see if you get to the Indiana one. But go ahead.
But I'll be able to visit home every couple of years. But my mom's not too into that. But she understands.
I mean, does she though? I mean, I feel like your mom is supportive, but I don't know, man. Like, are you an only child?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, so did you have older siblings, younger siblings?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
Okay, do your other siblings have families and stuff?
My oldest sister does. My
right.
other sister still lives in the house with us.
Well, I mean, look, man, I'm you know, I definitely don't have that level of devotion, obviously, to pretty much anything. But you know, I'm glad you're doing it, and I'm glad you listen. It's gonna suck to lose a fan, but I mean, I hope that you're making the right decision, and if you think you are, you are. Like I don't want you to. I don't want you to. I don't know, man. I just feel like you're a good kid, and like you can. No, seriously. I'm just being honest. Like you watch the shows. You see how much trash we cover and how much garbage there is out there, and it's just like this is another one very few of the last decent people left around, and it's like, oh, you're gonna lock yourself up in you know in a monastery and stuff like that. So I mean, no, good for you though. I mean, seriously. I'm not. I know it sounds like I'm trying to talk you out of it, and maybe I am. Maybe I am a little bit. But you know, if you believe it, do it. But you're 20, man, and I'm just telling you advice. Take it or leave it from a fucking from an aging Gen Xer, as Nick Fuentes calls us, as an aging Gen Xer. Let me just say that I'll tell you this, man. I'm a completely different person than I was when I was 20. When I was 20, after leaving Christian school and all that stuff, I was this edgelord atheist guy, and I really regret it. It's super cringe now, right? But I do regret it. And it's like, you know, it could also work the other way around, too. Does it cost any money?
No. I'll take a vow of poverty, chastity, and obedience. All I can ever own for the rest of my life is 3 robes.
Jesus, dude. What? Hold on, but wait a second. 3 robes, okay, fine, but you can't, like, underwear? Can you own underwear?
Oh, well, yeah, like, I'll have, like, underwear, and then, in certain, depending on where the monastery is, sometimes you'll have, like, overcoats, but...
But, so you can only wear 3 robes, and...
Yeah.
But can you pick your own underwear? Can you rock some SpongeBob undies?
I'm not sure. I haven't really talked to them much about underwear choices.
No, hold on. If you're going to go into this, you should know every single detail. I should be able to ask you any question about this, and you should be able to answer it, including underwear choices and socks. What about shoes? Do you have to wear or can you wear like some New Balances, or you have to wear approved shoes?
No, shoes will be sandals with no socks, unless it's super cold and you get.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second, man, because I mean, I don't know, man. It sounds like this one is like a hardcore one. Like I know people that it's not like that
extremely traditionalist. Everything's in Latin.
What are you gonna do? Masses for fucking Mel Gibson?
What about Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson only goes to Latin mass.
Oh, well, someone in the chat, Ash All Day, said, is he pro-Vatican II? I support the magisterium of the church, but I do believe in traditional mass, and I prefer the Latin mass. And the part of the Immaculate perform all their masses in Latin, and during the novitiate, you take a lot of studies in Latin.
All right, so you're going to learn. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to look at this from an outside perspective. You obviously are doing this because you want to spread the word, right? You know, help people out, Christianity or whatever. So this is the part where it's always kind of boggled me with like the really hardcore traditional Catholics. It's like, so the way you're going to spread the word and help lead people to God is to learn basically a dead language and do masses in a dead language. Like, don't you think that you reach more people if you do mass in English, for example, or if you're in Mexico in Spanish? Like, that's the part where I'm always like, because it's already really difficult, especially the world we live in, to get people to come to God or to go to church or whatever. And you're kind of also asking them, oh, and on top of that, you need to learn a dead language. You know what I mean?
No, and I completely understand that perspective. But the thing is that Latin is the original. It's the reason that we use Latin is because it is a dead language. The words don't change meaning. Everything is what it is. You know, like there's no modern vernacular that changes what it means. And the beauty of Latin is that in the old world, if you were in Spain or Korea or you were in Italy or America, everything was in the same language. So if I was going to go be a missionary to, say, Africa, and I was going to like Nigeria, I don't speak French. But all Catholic priests and all Catholics in the past knew Latin. So that was how you'd be able to communicate cross continents. But I understand that, and I'm sure that when we do mission work, I'm sure that we would do it in the vernacular. I'm just saying, like, in the monastery with the brothers, we will do it in Latin.
All right, man. I mean, that's. I get. Again, I'm asking. I'm not. Please, I'm not trying to come in on you. I'm honestly asking legitimate normie questions to understand. You know what I mean?
No. That's exactly what I expected, and I enjoy it.
So Packwave in the chat. Let me read some of these questions. Packwave in the chat says, Royce, ask him if he's for priests being able to marry.
No, I'm not, because on average, a diocesan priest spends about 90 hours a week at work. Some religious priests, there's no religious or monastic priest in the world that can marry, so that's kind of null. But the secular priests, because they spend at least 90 hours a week working for the church, it's very difficult to be a great priest and a great husband at the same time.
I mean, I hear you. I just also think that like a lot of pastors would disagree with you that aren't Catholic, obviously, but disagree with that.
Absolutely, but pastors don't typically have mass every single day of the week, 365 days out of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I asked that because there is some people that are. I know it's not very popular, especially with traditional Catholics, but that they should be able to marry. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Hacks against hacks says Jesus died for your right to wear shoes. And this, of course, obviously, when you talk about something as divisive as a specific religion, people are going to have varying different ideas. For example, Ashlade goes, thank God for Luther for translating it so the common person could read the Bible. Might also be why Protestants have cucked, no traditions. I'm asking these questions because the chat's asking them. So, are monks allowed to fap?
No.
Jesus, dude. Look, I get it, bro. I get it.
Adultery.
See?
Non-monks aren't allowed to.
Okay. Look, first off, listen, I understand that you're going to be a man of God, but you're not a priest yet. So right now I'm talking to the guy who plays WoW, and I'm going to talk to you as such. Don't be talking down to me, man. Don't be talking down to me. Yeah, somebody goes.
I'm not talking down
someone
to you.
says it's no nut November year round.
Absolutely. Think about it like this. My vocation is to marry the church. I'm not married yet. When you're married, right?
Yes.
So when you were married, when you were dating your wife, was it okay to cheat on her because you weren't married yet? No, of course not.
No.
So why would I want to cheat on the church now or cheat on Christ now?
Yeah, but I would
not married yet.
I would argue this. I understand the not having sex thing, but let's be honest. If you were to ask most people in the chat, people that are married or people that have been married, or when I was dating my wife, if I were to rub one out, I wasn't really cheating on her. You know what I mean? Like, I get that it's a sin, and trust me, I know the whole thing, but there is a big difference between rubbing one out and cheating on your wife. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. But in the eyes of God, they're the same.
Oh, listen, WoW player. No, I get it. But right now, I'm talking to Velator WoW player. I hear it. I get it. I understand. I do. But I'm also trying to be real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand you.
Yeah. And that's if someone goes. Glasscube goes. Being perfect in a human body is a false pursuit. I mean, maybe. Where is that in the Bible? He's going to know where that is in the Bible, non-con. This guy sounds like a guy that knows.
Regarding to the idea of fapping, I believe it's in Genesis. I don't know the exact chapter. Oops. It's the sin of Onan. It's talking about spilling your seed for any purpose other than reproduction. And then it talks about in the Sermon on the Mount, chapter 6 of the Gospel of St. Matthew, that lusting after another woman in your eye is the same as adultery.
Somebody has a really good question. As a monk, are you allowed to watch the TV show Monk?
I've never heard of the TV
Oh
show
my
Monk.
God, you're such a WoW nerd. Oh, you're nerd. You're such a nerd. It's fine. But yeah, okay, so let me ask, someone has a really good question, and this one hurts my feelings, but I have to be honest. Why do you listen to the shows, our shows? Do you have to ask for forgiveness? Is listening to our show a sin?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
If it doesn't lead me to sin, then no, it's not a sin.
Okay, good. As long as I'm not leading you to,
It's just amazing entertainment.
See, it's amazing entertainment. You hear that, guys? Basically, someone who's going to have a direct line to God in a few years says ROTC is amazing. Take that, the Young Turks. You take that, Young Turks.
So, someone named Dortley has asked like the 5th time if I'm a priest in WoW. Yes, I have a priest in WoW.
I knew it. Now, first off, he's a WoW nerd, so he probably has every single different character all leveled up.
Only 2.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, man, thank you for being on, bud. I really, this was actually eye-opening. I think a lot of people didn't know a lot of the stuff you were saying. Look, good luck to you, man. I'll say this. The only thing I say is before you leave one more time, I gotta call you one more time to give you a farewell and all that, because I'm really glad you listened to the show. It's going to suck to lose a fan, but you got to do what you got to do, and I do hope you're making the right decision. I really do.
So do I, and I appreciate you having me on.
No, man, thank you for calling in and being so honest. I appreciate it.
Of course.
All right, bud. Take it easy.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Velator. I found that extremely interesting. I think sometimes it's cool to learn different perspectives and to figure out why people do what they do, and even though it doesn't make sense to you. He's a good dude. He sounded like a good dude. He answered everything. He had a good sense of humor. I hope everything works out for him. I really, really do. All right, let's hold on, because somebody sent me so for those who don't know, somebody sent me on Facebook. So like Gregarian chant. I know some of you people know what that is. I know some of you know what that is, but some of you don't know what that is. And Gregarian chant was like this, like you've heard it. Like somebody has a very good point. Like if you've listened to the beginning of Halo and stuff like that, you're like, oh, I'm trying to pull up an example of it here. Give me a second here. So Gregarian chant says he's gonna be doing this for 7 hours a day, and I really don't know how he's gonna pull it off. But here, hold on. Let me pull it up for you guys. Here it is.
Only creeping and I'm not stepping on. I'm only repping. The hatchet, can you catch it? If you can, you pass the test. The strugglers are the best. Fuck the rest. Don't fuck with me, I'll fuck you up. I'll say to my homies, what's up? All the lightning sure is brightening, but it will never be frightening. If you're a cop, you're gonna get popped. Then everything's gonna be stopped. But look to your right and hold yourself tight. Here I come in a hell of a flight. And no, it's not a kite. Now give me all you got, but there's no stepping on my spot. I got my hatchet man. He's as cool as a fan.
I don't know. He's going to do that 7 hours a day. Rebellion. Good morning, Royce. Did you ever get in touch with Checkerboard Phil? Not yet. I will. So much stuff has been going on. I got you that time. I did get you that time. You all fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. All right. All right. Let's do some fan-submitted stuff here. This is from Andy's Random Edits, who's doing 1.4 thousand subscribers already. Good for him. This is Revenge of the Sis with Royce Lopez and co-host Greta Thunberg. Let's check it out. We got the 16-year-old climate activist from Sweden, Greta Thunberg.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be here.
I'm really sorry. This makes me really fucking mad.
I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean.
Sorry.
You have stolen my childhood with your words.
How dare you? You have stolen my shoes. I should be playing basketball.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
I don't care. Nobody cares.
We are in the beginning of a mass collapsing. We are in the beginning of collapsing. How dare you continue to collapsing? How dare you?
How dare you?
You have stolen the money, and all you can talk about is the money with your empty words.
You are going to make less money.
I do not want to believe that.
You money-hungry piece of shit. You piece of shit. So I have to address this. You're the one only thinking about yourself.
And you are still not mature enough.
You play with a ball all day. You fucking...
This is unacceptable.
No, Mike,
this is unacceptable.
How dare you continue to come here? How dare you continue to hear us?
I can't fucking do this, man. I'm so angry.
Come back! Mike, wait. Mike! How dare you? God damn, that was my favorite part.
This is unacceptable.
No, Mike, hold on.
This is unacceptable.
How dare you continue to come here? How dare you continue to hear us?
I can't fucking do this, man.
Mike,
I'm so angry.
Mike, come back! Mike, wait. Mike! How dare you? There's the link. Oh, fuck, man. That was really good. That was really good. All right. Something else. Suspicious Spam made this, and I fucking love it.
Sorry, my brakes are getting squirrely on me. I've had some boots on layaway here at Zapateria La Bailarina. Oh! 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 Wait, what? What? Oh! What? Oh! I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh! Oh! I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing.
This is great. This is really good.
Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh! I'm just goofing.
New boot goofing.
I'm just goofing. New boot goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. I'm just goofing. New boot goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh! 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 I'm just goofing.
This is fantastic. Here, in case you guys, give it a like and a subscribe. Suspicious Spam. Fire,
Genuine
dude.
ostrich.
This is gonna be. This is a palate cleanser now. Welcome to the palate cleansers. really amazes me how talented some of you motherfuckers are. It really blows my mind. And now you got Bali Song, who's doing stuff for Louis J. Gomez. He's gonna big time us now. He doesn't need us anymore. But you know, good for him. I'm really glad that we were able to help him so he could big time us now. That's Suspicious Spam. Make sure you give it a like and subscribe to that. Man, that was really, really well. That song's gonna be in my head now. All right, we'll move on here. We can move on here. Only took 3 days, 3 payments. 3 days. That's not bad. Yeah, Bali doesn't need us anymore. Hollywood Bali Song, yeah. Holly Song doesn't need us anymore, man. All right, let's check out Karen. Let's see what Karen's up to. What do you guys say? No, I'm still here. Yeah, sure. Sure, Bali. Sure. All right, let's check it out. Let's check out Karen.
Calm down.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
He apologized.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch ass hoe
Sorry.
that told me to calm down. What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an example.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
And that's where the video ends. And my mind is blown because this video needs to be longer. This video needs to be longer. What the fuck is wrong? This lady looks insane.
Calm down.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
He apologized.
Yeah,
Does anybody have a backstory on what happened here? Is this guy an Uber driver? Is this woman an Uber driver and this person in the back? Is that what's going on? I really don't know.
And you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch ass hoe
Sorry.
that told me to calm down.
Calm
What I'd like you
down?
to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
This is a situation where if you're the woman driving, you get out of the car and you beat her head in front of her kid. Like, you don't laugh. I know. You're not supposed to. Get out of my car. You're in my car.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an
The lady's in the back with the guy. Okay.
Set an example.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
They're listening to Kids Bop. I don't understand why the person up front didn't just start closing the window. That's what I would have done. I would have just fucking closed the window on her. What? I hate this video so short. I feel like we're missing. I'm missing the premise. Does anybody know? Why'd they stop recording? I feel like this just kept going. Yeah, there is a lot of things going on. It seems to be an Uber. She's married, obviously. She looks like an old Amy Schumer. She's sticking her hand in somebody else's vehicle. She's calling people a fucking bitch. I don't. Valley Boomer, maybe. Uber probably cut her off. It's a choose your own ending. I think you're right. This fucking bitch. Oof. God, I wish I knew more. Really bums me out that I don't know more about this one. All right. That was a quick one. Here's another one. This is a Vero Beach, baby. Vero Beach, baby. Vero Beach, Florida. A couple hours away from me. Let me read the title. And then I'll pull it up. A racist lady in Vero Beach demands ID from black resident and blocks vehicle from leaving.
I'm sorry? What are you trying to say? I can't throw away the trash?
You can't throw away your trash in our bins.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Could you please leave me alone or I'll call the police?
And this is a white sounding black guy.
You're harassing me. You are
police.
harassing me.
Call the
Thank you
police.
very much.
It's 911.
Okay, I will. Got a racist lady here.
Why? Okay, man, I'm on your side for the most part, but why immediately that?
That's a big mistake on your part.
Oh, okay. Call. Look.
Temporary tags on his Mazda.
Throwing away the trash. You know, you're going to be instantly famous. Hi. You're going to be instantly famous. You know that, young lady? Come on. Here, let me close the door for you. See how much of a gentleman I'm being for you?
That's
Florida.
not how you cross the door.
You're excused.
What's
Thank
your
you.
name and what are you doing
Please. You're excused, ma'am.
Do you
You're
work?
What's that stain on her shirt?
harassing me. You are harassing me. I will call the police if you don't leave. Okay?
This is fun. This is an 11-minute video, so we're gonna find out a lot.
Thank you. What is your name?
Martha.
Show me your license. Do you
Martha! Why did you say that name? Now Superman's not gonna kill Batman because he said Martha.
You live here?
Show me your license.
Show me yours.
Show me yours and I'll show you
No.
mine.
Wow. This is Florida, folks.
Anime black guy versus Florida grandma. You're right.
Yeah. Here we go, Martha.
We have to pay
Vero
extra
Beach.
for people to come clean
Okay.
out.
And we pay extra too. All right. Why do you don't think I live here? Because of the way I look?
Because
Why?
until 2 weeks ago, I was president of the Homeowners Association. And to my knowledge, I know everybody who lives here.
President of the Homeowners Association. I hate HOAs. Everyone I've ever been a part of has been people like this that run it up until 2 weeks ago. I wonder why you're not anymore. They think, first off, I don't care what neighborhood it is. If you're the president, you don't know everybody in the neighborhood. Unless you go to the HOAs, there's no way you know everybody in the neighborhood. Oh, this bitch. Oh, this bitch.
Okay.
That's the only
So
thing.
why did you assume that I don't live here because you don't know me?
Because there's only 42 buildings.
Only 42 buildings. You knew every single person in 42 buildings?
Where do you live?
Huh? Do you know every single person in 42 buildings, ma'am? Thank you very much. I rest my case.
Well, okay. I mean, you're not a lawyer. You don't need to rest your case.
Do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stop with the fake laugh and just go. All right?
It's not a fake laugh. I think it's
Enjoy
really
your day.
funny. I mean, we have this happen all the time.
All right.
You're not alone.
I feel sorry for you.
You're wrong.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you got a dash.
Have a good day.
He does seem, a couple of things are a little annoying, but he's being pretty reasonable for the most part.
Racist people at the best.
That guy, you're right. That's a black guy that fucking loves One Punch Man and Naruto.
Here in Florida. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look, she's chasing me. Look at her. She's trying to get in the way. She won't even let me go. My gosh. She's taking pictures. There's no tag on the front. Please. Out the way.
He asked what building she lived in, and he just fleed. Well, no, hold on. I'm very sorry. But if in my neighborhood here, somebody would ask me, who I don't fucking know, I tell you, fuck you, that's where I live. Especially if they're being clumsy. You don't have to fucking tell anybody shit. You don't have to fucking tell anybody shit. Sorry, I know everyone wants to be like, oh, the black guy. But no, fuck you. You don't have to tell anybody shit. She later.
I will.
All right. So now is she still being reasonable? Now she's blocking his car. Like, see, here's my thing. You might have thought we were 3 minutes in. Maybe for 3 minutes you were like, oh, the guy was immediately thinking she was racist. I agree. He might have jumped on the racist thing a little bit too fast. Fine. But now at this point, this guy, whether you agree with him or not, is trying to de-escalate. He's just trying to leave. Seems to be married too, has a wedding ring. He's trying to leave.
Come on. Can you please get out the way? Please get out the way, ma'am. Please get out the way. For what? Excuse me. Out the way.
See, at this point, regardless of what you think, now she's the problem. Regardless of what you think happened at the beginning, because I'm going to agree with you. He immediately went into the racist thing. I get it. But it's one thing if she were to walk up and be like, hey, how you doing? My name's blah, blah, blah. I live here. Where do you live? Oh, yes. Did you just move in? I haven't seen you around. Like, that's a decent way to start a conversation. You get the same information out.
Look at that.
She's being a bitch.
Oh,
She's
come
blocking
on,
his car.
Let's not pretend that a black guy doesn't love the attention from a fat white girl XD.
Listen, I get it. It's very funny, and I get it. But he hasn't said anything. He hasn't really done anything. He threw trash away.
What is wrong with you? You really... What is wrong with you? Are you serious? Wow.
This is the... Fine, you could... Maybe you could be on her side. I wasn't on, but maybe you could be on her side for the first 3 minutes. But at this point now, the guy's just trying to leave. You don't want him there. Let's say you don't believe he lives there. I don't really know 100% if he lives there or not. I have no clue. But it's irrelevant. Now he's trying to leave.
This is what I have to deal with? Are you serious? Ma'am, could you please get out the way? This is 2019 for crying out loud, and I can't even throw away my trash without getting harassed by you? Seriously? I have to go. Ma'am, please get out the way. This is ridiculous. I can't even believe this. Oh my gosh.
Anybody still on this old lady's side? Anybody? Seriously, I want to know. Is anybody still on her side?
Man. What are you doing? I'm not leaving till I what? Fess up. About what? Throwing away the trash? Oh my gosh. Is there another way out of here? And started interrogating me. Oh my gosh. Here she is calling the police.
Wait, what did he say? Sorry, I'm back up.
I said good morning. She stared at me, turned around, and started interrogating me. Oh my gosh. Here she is calling the police.
At what point?
All right, man.
At what point is this lady? Look, whether fucking anybody, by the way, in this chat room right now that's being militant about don't throw the trash away there. Fuck you. Seriously, who gives a shit? Who cares? The trash service doesn't charge you by the pound. So let me go completely the other way. Let's say he doesn't live there. Let's say he had trash in his car. I've thrown shit away in fucking dumpsters that were by my house. I have. I've gone behind a grocery store when I had something too big that I couldn't throw away in my house, and I've thrown it away in the dumpster there because those dumpsters will take anything. I've done that. So what? Like, anybody being this militant about and here's the other thing. The garbage removal service isn't like a private company. This is Florida. The fucking Vero Beach, city of Vero Beach, or whatever the county is, they come and pick up the trash. This doesn't affect her in any fucking way. In any way. Another side note. What if you live in one of these places and you're Airbnb-ing it and renting it out? What if you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no fucking need to do this. All right, you want to bitch at him, fine. Do you want? I would have even be with her. She says, "Look, if you don't live here, please don't throw the trash here again. I would appreciate it." Fine, I get it. But at this point, what stance are you making here, lady?
Ma'am, can you call the police for me, please? I can't stand this. Can you call the police for me, please? Are you another one? Yes, I do. Don't worry about it. I don't need to prove to you guys that I live here.
Dude, everybody, look at... All right, look, man. At the beginning, I was like... this guy's being a little crazy. And then this other old lady walks out. Do you live here? Jesus Christ, man. He's not fucking sagging and walking around with a pistol.
Actually,
please, no, you don't. I'm serious. This is ridiculous. Call the police, ma'am. Yes, because this is ridiculous. I'm throwing away my trash, and you guys, she's blocking me. I do.
Where do you
I don't need to prove to you where I live. Where do you live? This is ridiculous. Please ask her, ma'am. Why does she not think I live here? You guys are ganging up on me because I'm dark-skinned in the neighborhood and you don't know who I am. Thank you so much, ma'am. This is ridiculous.
All of a sudden, she backed off. That was a weird turnaround.
This is 2019. You think I'm right?
Whoa!
Just because.
Look
Thank
at
you.
that.
To be fair, there's a 50% chance he's a criminal.
That's mean.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This is ridiculous. This is 2019. You think I'm right? Just because she doesn't recognize me doesn't mean that I don't belong here, man. This is ridiculous. Thank you.
I gotta say, if that's your only reason for you to even recognize him, that's not a good reason.
Thank you.
People come in here all the time.
She's obstructing the highway.
It's not a highway. It's a private road, buddy. I mean, look, I get it, but it's not. But, I mean, again, she can't obstruct it either. That doesn't mean she's allowed to obstruct it, but it's not a highway.
I know, I saw it. Okay.
Thank you. Can you please tell your friend to get out of the way, man? Because I really have to go.
I beg you, Judge. Okay. What do you want me to do?
I'd just like to see where he lives because he doesn't live here.
But, okay, but, I mean, I'm trying to look at it from both perspectives, right? I understand the other perspective of people dumping trash in the dumpster. Fine. I get it. But I'm also thinking of if I did live there and somebody was telling me where you... Would you guys... Being honest with you here now, if some old lady was blocking your car and asked, where do you live? Being, not like nicely, but being aggressive, fuck you, that's where I live. Like, fuck you, that's where I live. I live in fuck you. Like, I don't need to tell you where I live. She's not a cop. Like, you don't owe her any, like, he doesn't, no matter what you think of this, he doesn't owe her anything. She's a fucking rando person on the street. You know what I mean? He doesn't know. Call the police. If you call the police come, ask for his ID. Fine, cool, I get it. But he doesn't owe her anything.
Both on the board.
I understand.
Okay, so that's why she called me. And,
Oh, good.
We can talk about this at a board meeting, but
Yeah.
right now I think you're wrong.
Correct. We will come to a board meeting. You know what, ma'am?
Oh, that'd be great.
And
that'd be great.
Guess what? Guess what? And now, here's the thing. I appreciate you, ma'am, coming outside talking about that, because just because she doesn't know me doesn't mean she gets obstructed. She's not the police, okay?
And I guess that's the bigger point. She's not the police. If you see somebody breaking the law, you call the police. Or was she doing a citizen's arrest?
This is her last opportunity, or else I will forego my day and press charges on you. This is not funny. I'm not playing around.
I am, because
I will spend $20,000 to make sure that justice will come to you.
All right, that fucking relax. You drive a Mazda. You don't have $20,000. Let's again. Don't start with I'm going to stop. You don't have $20,000. You're driving a Mazda. Relax, okay? Let's calm down. Though. Let's back the fuck up a little bit. Let's relax. All right. Everyone immediately becomes a fucking Jew.
Just because of this. And I'm giving you 10 seconds to make your decision, or I'm going to call the police and I'm going to go full thing. So I ask you, please, I'm asking you to listen to your
Brenda. Her name's Brenda.
Friend, because she's making the right decision, ma'am. I don't want any problems. I was throwing away my trash and I'm going on about my day. She turned around. I have it all on video. She turned around and said, "Where do you live?" and blocked me until I wanted to produce ID. This is America. I don't need to prove that I live here to you.
And he's right.
Who are you? Who are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Get this de-escalated. I am sorry.
Thank you. What is your name, ma'am?
Marianne Ronan Lambert.
Thank you, Miss Marianne. Thank you, Miss Marianne.
Okay. And what's your name?
My name is Jake.
Jake?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Jake.
Thank you so much.
Jake is the first name or last name?
Please,
Is Jake
don't come near me.
Hey, let's just go before we.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Marianne. I'll be more than happy to come back. We'll come back and talk to you later and things like that, but I really seriously need to go. Okay, thank you. Can you please ensure that your friend is not obstructing the highway so I can
It's not a highway.
be on my way? Yeah, please talk to her. This is ridiculous.
No, I know most of the community roads are private. I might be even a private community. I get it. But that doesn't mean you have to produce ID to some fat lady with a stain on her shirt. Like, I get that. Right. Okay, so let's say he's wrong. I really do want to play all sides of this. So let's say he's wrong, right? Let's say he was dumping garbage. I'm going to play devil's advocate. I really am. I really am. Then the correct thing to do is to call the police, right? Call the authorities and be like, hey, this guy's illegally dumping and blah, 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 blah. To be honest with you, that stuff doesn't normally hold up because those dumpsters don't belong to the community. Those dumpsters belong to the county, right? They do. I mean, look, I'm only going to speak for Florida. I don't know how it works everywhere else. But in Florida, all the dumpsters and all the bins belong to the county, right? So you could say you're not allowed to dump or put a sign up there. But to be honest with you, the only person that could really do something about it would be the waste management company. They would have to say, "Oh, you're not." So let's start with that. These aren't privately owned dumpsters, all right? It's private property, man. NAP, man. So let's say that he's lying. Let's say that he lives down the road and he wanted to throw some trash away. Let's say that's what he wanted to do. Even still, you're fucking Brenda over here. It's not her job. you could politely say, hey, don't throw trash if you don't live here. He could say, I do live here. That's fine. And once he leaves, you could call the police, take his tag number down and go, hey, I think someone's illegally dumping. The cops are going to show up. The cops are going to say, well, I know it's a private community and I get it, but the dumpsters technically belong to the county and this is a gated community, so there's not much that we could do about it. That's pretty much what's going to happen. And she's not even the HOA president. And even if she was, it doesn't matter. You don't have to show a private citizen your fucking ID if you don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Shit, I don't think 90% of the times a cop has a right to even see your ID unless you've broken the law, to be honest with you. But some fucking rando on the street. So even if he is wrong for putting one bag of garbage in there, everything subsequent to that was handled incorrectly by the other people. Everything subsequently to that was handled incorrectly.
2019.
Shut up. We know what year it is, bro.
My gosh.
I could probably even figure out the community if I wanted to. Thank you.
Illegal dumping is handled in accordance with Texas law.
Uh-oh.
Hold it, motherfucker. I'm right fucking here. All right, quiet.
Away from him.
I'm getting it. Go. You're in an alley with a fucking shotgun, you little piece of shit. I'm gonna tell you.
And now he's dead. That gentleman is now dead. Look, and I'll be honest with you. I am biased with HOAs, and HOAs are fucking garbage. HOAs are just where old people go when they want to feel like they have a say because they really are irrelevant anymore. Obviously I'm going to be a bit biased when it comes to that stuff because I think that they fuck people over. I mean, remember that old man who's, you can see stories of it all the time. This old man whose wife died of cancer, so he couldn't keep up with his lawn. He was trying to keep up with his lawn, but he just couldn't because he was dealing with his wife dying of cancer. The wife died, the guy's lawn went up, and they tried to put a lien on his home and kick him out of the neighborhood and basically take his home away from him. So, and look, I get it because people always say, well, you signed it. You knew what you were signing up for. I know. I truly understand that. But I also believe that there's zero leeway. And they're very, at least over here anyway, like they're very cliquey. You know what I mean? They're very cliquey, and they take care of each other. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm not even saying that the black guy was right or the black guy was wrong. I really don't know, but I could tell you everything subsequent to that was handled incorrectly. I'm in Florida as well. He's not, because a lot of these communities, they say, oh, dumping only for community members. But I'll tell you this, I have lived in Florida my entire life and in various different counties in Florida. The county owns the dumpsters. The county owns the dumpsters, not the community. The county does. And when you pay your taxes, you have the right to throw away trash anywhere you want there. So, I don't know, man. All right. Let's move on. My buddy kicking it with Ben apparently isn't happy with Mersh. Apparently Mersh was making fun of him. You just brought me on to make fun of me. So I wanted to hear what his problem was. So let's check it out.
Glory! Glory! Hallelujah! Hello! Yep. This is kicking my Ben. Hello. Yep.
Jesus, Ben. The music.
I got a little something I want to talk about today. Yeah.
Oh boy, he's fucked up in this one. He's fucked
I
up
was
in
just
this
on
one.
Nightwave radio. Yep. cut me off. Just because I said J-Wave was a better radio man than he was.
He's right. You know what? He's right. He's right.
Nightwave cut me off, fella.
I am. I am.
I still like J-Wave.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. I am. Thank you, Ben.
Glory, hallelujah.
Amen, Ben.
Glory, Mr. Ross.
Glory. Yes, thank you.
Ross.
You're right. He's right. He's right.
Nightwave.
That's right. Fuck Nightwave. ROTC is over. Ben has spoken. He's finally done it. He's made the rift happen.
Kicking my being off again. Glory, hallelujah, hallelujah. Y'all don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and tap that notification bell when Kicking my being decides to sling y'all some Ross with Daywave. Y'all be sure to get him. Till then, later, Gator.
Yeah. You're right. He's making some solid points. He is making some solid points. I don't know what Mersh was doing messing with him. Bothering my good friend Ben. My good friend Ben. Come on, Ben. You got to pick up. Oh, he's not going to pick up. Sorry. He's not picking up. It's too bad. Unbelievable. You know, I'm just going to assume that Ben is right in this situation, because the one thing I've learned about Ben is he's definitely not annoying, and he definitely doesn't text me at 3 a.m. when he's drunk and bored. So, Mersh told him to get the fuck out, like scream. I missed it, but Ben, man, I can't believe they're treating you that way, dude. You're a good dude. You're a good dude, and you obviously recognize talent. So, you recognize talent, and I'm sorry that, you know, my soon-to-be ex-co-host treated you so poorly. I'm really sorry, Ben. I apologize. You seem to be a good guy. And the way that he treated you was poor. I'm gonna try one more time. He's not picking up. He's probably passed out or dead.
Hello?
Ben, why are you fighting with my co-host Nightwave?
I didn't fight with him.
I heard your video. You're mean.
I was chatting with people in the chat. He didn't like what I was saying.
What were you saying, Ben?
Why are you forcing me to talk when I'm out here in the woods?
Well, because you made it. First off, Ben, we'll get into why you're in the woods in a second. I'm just really curious. Why are you? Sorry, now I have to know. Why are you in the woods?
Excuse me?
Why are you in the woods?
I'm putting the corn out.
You're putting corn out?
It's apple season coming up.
It's rabbit season?
I said it's hunting season coming up.
You're not saying a word. What season? Hunting season. So why are you fighting with Mersh?
I ain't fighting with it.
You are. I heard what you said. You said screw Nightwave.
No, that's kind of fucked up when you're that weak, man.
When you what?
You weak.
I did what?
Weak.
What? Ben, you're not saying words.
I said it's fucked up when you're that weak.
When you're that weak. What were you doing in his chat, Ben? Be honest.
Look, I love you and I love Nightwave, but he was weak.
But what did you do? What did you do that he was weak?
He couldn't take it.
What were you? Okay, but what were you saying?
Hey, It will help me if you come out here and help me put this corn out.
Well, I can't, Ben. I'm like 3 hours away from you.
I know, man. Like I said, I love both of y'all.
But then what were you doing
We
in
all
the chat?
have problems. We all have problems, but we got to help each other through our problems. So.
Let me guess, Ben. You were being annoying and he was ignoring you?
Excuse me?
You were being annoying and he was ignoring you.
I wasn't talking to him.
Who were you talking to?
I was chatting with people in the chat.
About what?
Just bullshit, like I always do.
But were you talking about the topic he was talking about, or were you just being an annoying old panhandle trash man?
No, I was just chatting with people in the chat, okay?
Well, here's what I want from you. I want you to apologize to Nightwave for being so mean to him.
Okay, I'll tell you what I do. I'll be the better man.
Good.
I don't know what his name is. I'm going to address him in the post.
His name is
For
Mersh.
Nightwave.
Mersh.
Okay, Mersh. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, you apologize? I think you should make a video retracting it and saying, I'm sorry, Nightwave.
I will do that. I will do that.
Because, Ben, I like you, bud, but I'll tell you from firsthand experience, you can be a little annoying.
Well, you can too.
No, I can't. I am not annoying.
A lot of people agree with me about you.
A lot of people say that I'm attractive and very smart, so I don't think you're right.
Well, you damn sure ain't good looking, I guarantee you that.
Excuse me, Ben. I'm very handsome.
I wouldn't lay down with you. I wouldn't lay in the bed with you. I bet you that.
So what kind of men do you normally sleep with?
I wouldn't even fuck Donald Trump, fella.
Yes, you would. Look, don't bother Mersh when he does his show, okay? Don't be mean to him.
I wasn't bothering him, Mr. Royce. I wasn't bothering him. I was chatting with people in the chat.
You were, but what were you saying in the chat? Were you saying that I was better than him? Is that what you were doing?
Well, eventually, once he blocked me, yes, I did say that.
But hold on. Look, listen, Ben. I am better than him, but you can't do that. You know, you're going to hurt his feelings.
We better not be live right now. We better not be live.
Of course we're live. Ben.
Because if we're live, I'm gonna talk the truth. I'm nothing but the truth. So help me God.
So help you. I know. You've been to jail. Look, I know it's true. I am way better than him, but you can't say that to him because it hurts his feelings.
Well, didn't I say I apologize now and I'm going to do a video when I get off this
I get it.
afternoon?
And Ben, look, Ben, between me and you, I know I'm better. But you can't do that because he's sensitive and it's going to hurt his feelings.
I know, and I'm sorry. I'm apologizing again, fella.
Give him a break. He's a child of divorce.
Well, please don't throw me out like that, please.
No, I'm not. I'm just, hey, man, this is just me, you, and my fans listening. Listen, it's okay. I get it. I understand. You know, everybody has their favorites, but you're going to break his heart, and I don't want you to break his heart.
Well, I gotta sew it back up now, don't you?
You do. You got to be nice to him, okay? You got to be nice. You got to be nice to him because then he gets really mad. And he also told me he doesn't appreciate how anti-Semitic you were being in the chat.
Well, look at here. How did you like my new straw hat I got from the Peanut Festival in Dothan?
Of course you went to a peanut festival, Ben. Of course you went to a peanut festival.
That's what we do up here in the trashy panhandle.
That and meth.
We shoot deer and go to Peanut Festival.
Oh, well, I guess it's better than shooting peanuts and going to Deer Fest.
Yeah, there you go. Shoot the peanut, hell.
Yeah, so you got to be nice.
Oh, Peter nut.
You got to be nice. And look, don't be so mad. You do kind of look like Jiggle Billy.
Okay, let me ask you a question since you got me on the horn.
About 10 inches, flaccid.
Okay, you do not like me. You do not like me eating on camera, right?
No, I do not like you eating on camera, Ben.
And what about dipping copper hang?
What is that? You mean chewing tobacco? No.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's disgusting. That's probably why you're missing teeth.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on while I got you on the horn. There's another situation. The other day when you did that
I'm here to help.
Shit on me, motherfucker.
Wait, we did what?
Look, when you did that knock shit on me the other day.
What about it? What did I do?
That was the most hilarious shit I've seen in my life, fella.
Oh yeah, the call disconnected. I'm sorry, Ben. I apologize.
No, hell no. Because I seen the way you ended it.
What? Okay.
But hey, remember I told you I had a joke for you too, and you said you needed to go first, right?
Yeah. Okay, so hold on. You have a joke for me? All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna spit it out at you now before you get me.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me the joke.
What is the difference?
Yeah, I don't care. All right, guys. Look, I think we. Ta-da! Sorry, Ben. I'm sorry, Ben, but you left it open for me, bud. Come on, two radio professionals. You should know how it works. You should know how it works. Yeah, of course he's pissed. Whew. What's the difference? What's the difference between... I don't know, Ben. You're going to feel bad when he ODs. No, I'm not. Then you don't know me, closer. Then you don't know me at all. Oh, fuck, man. We just have fun, guys, you know. All right, let's cleanse the palate here. We got to cleanse the palate, and then I could probably do one more thing before I got to hop off. So let's cleanse the palate. Oh. Hey, Ben, I'm just goofing. I'm just new book goofing.
What?
Just goofing, Ben.
What?
Just goofing, Ben.
Oh. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing.
It's okay, just new boot goofing.
New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh.
I love that song. I fucking love that song. All right, we talked to Ben. Let's see, what do we do next here? Little update here on Shanee and Revelation News.
My beautiful baby, I love her so much. Yeah.
Stop. Gross.
So
Gross.
much.
Gross.
Yes.
Gross. Gross.
She's so cute.
Gross. Gross. Gross.
Eskimo kisses.
Gross. Chunky Wave.
Yeah, so the title is, you see the title, it's just, yeah, I got a new
Testing the camera.
Looks good.
Chunky Wave.
The microphone.
Yeah, all that cool stuff.
Does look pretty good.
I got a new HP laptop.
Wow, HP, huh? Spared no expense.
On Amazon, it was cheap. Not much money. It's got a 2 terabyte hard drive.
Oh, yay.
Go away.
You got the receipt for Jeffree Star cosplay.
Yes, I got you your mini palette.
Yeah, I got a mini palette. That's the only one I could get when we went back into the Jeffree Star.
Palette, was it to transfer you around the house?
For cosmetics.
Unfortunately.
Everything was sold out. Dude.
Everything was freaking sold out. But we got our tracksuits.
Yep.
Which are cool.
There's no such thing as tracksuits and cool in the same sentence. Unless you say not.
And I got a mini palette.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also went to Target.
Yes, we did.
Got a bunch of like cheap fucking like stuff for 50% off.
After Halloween.
Yeah, I got like a bunch of Thanksgiving stuff 50% off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so
and then half off candy, huh, Shanee?
I'm ready for Thanksgiving.
You got a stuffed little turkey.
I do.
You got a bunch.
You are a stuffed turkey.
Of pumpkins.
I do.
You got a few light up pumpkins.
I do. Oh, and I got Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah, you did.
I do.
So wait, you don't have jobs because they don't have jobs. You don't have jobs. You don't make money doing this, obviously. Neither one of you. So what do you just live off the government and play Luigi's Mansion? Like, where does your income come from? Does it come from your baby daddy? I'm really trying to figure this out. I know there's people that know more than me about this. That some people have gone really deep with this, but I'm really trying to figure out how do they make money?
And so you're going to be playing that on your Switch.
I am.
Yes, you are.
And
Unicorn popcorn.
corn popcorn.
Oh my God.
100% they're on disability. Yeah, Jim F., I think you might be right.
It is tasty.
Isn't that adorable?
It is.
That's just adorable.
It is.
So let me go on here.
And then we got fabulous news, and I doubt it will stay. But G-Man said he won't make videos about us anymore.
Yeah, how about that?
We got fabulous news. I don't think that's gonna last though.
Okay, cool. I am, though. I will be making videos about you forever and ever and ever until the end of time. And I don't know who G-Man is, but I'm probably meaner.
You don't think it's going to last?
I do not think it's gonna last. I think next week he's gonna be making a video blasting me.
I don't think so.
I think this G-Man guy, what happened is he was supposed to be a roommate. They were going to sell the house to him or stuff like that. And they were going to sell the house to him or some bullshit. And then they said that he didn't have the money and they kicked him out. I don't know, man. Some fucking white trash bullshit.
I think he might mean it this time. He seems like he's pretty serious. I think this time.
And you don't want him to stop making videos because as much as you don't like being made fun of, you love the attention.
Honey.
He seems pretty...
I know G-Man's black, but that's all I know about him. I don't really get into... This is a weird little new corner of the internet I've never tapped before.
Just don't get it anymore.
Well, he's not... Listen, we just talked about him. So, by saying that he's made his last video about... So we just talked about him. So now he might be tempted to talk about us again.
Talk about me.
See? They love the attention. They fucking love the attention.
You're so gorgeous, it's ridiculous.
Ew! Are you looking at the same picture? Maybe your camera's broken.
You know that?
That's not pretty.
What do you mean you're not pretty?
I'm not pretty.
Okay, then you're drop dead gorgeous?
All right, no. I'm not. I will not sit here and watch these fucking animals, junkies, former junkies, or acting like junkies, whatever you want to call them. Still waiting to be sued, Shanee. I'm waiting for that lawsuit to come in any day now. Any day now. All right, look, I'm gonna. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to play some stuff that will make people happy instead. I don't want to end the show on a negative note, and you know I'm not going to. And you know I'm not going to end the show on a negative note. There's a few kicking it with. I was going to say kicking it with Thomas. Can you imagine that? Mm-hmm. Yep. But what I will do is I will play one. I will play one quick Thomas Murphy video, and then we'll end the show. All right, because I want to end with positivity. No, you guys are panicking. You like women. You like women that have been beat. I'm actually playing Thomas Murphy.
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and I'm off today right now. And today is Colin Kaepernick's birthday. He used to play for the Bay Area team. Colin Kaepernick, the quarterback, but he's not playing no more. And I also heard the Raiders are moving to Vegas. Mm-hmm. So it's next year they're moving to Vegas, not this year. Mm-hmm. And you think the Houston Texans are going to be in the Super Bowl in 2020? Probably not.
I doubt it.
Probably not. No. I hear that a lot, yeah. Probably not. No. And also, I work tomorrow, and yes. It's going to be a short day, 6 a.m. to 10. But Tuesday and Thursday, 6 a.m. to 3. But the 7th or the 6th, I'll pay my rent. Because remember, rent is always first. So you're not being late for your rent. It's $508. $508. And Is there anything else? Oh, yeah. I'm glad I got my shirt on because it's cold out there. It is. Mm-hmm. And also, is there anything else? Oh, yeah. They got the Christmas music going on Music Choice. Mm-hmm. But not the radio stations yet are going to play it. I think after Thanksgiving they'll play it. The Christmas stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like home for the holidays. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And is there anything else I want to say? Oh, yeah. I guess, oh, yeah. Rent is first. Then food. Then everything else. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Please leave your message.
Oh, man, it went straight to voicemail. I was trying to call him, but it went straight to voicemail. We'll figure it out, guys. I'm really... Let me try one more time, but let's see.
Please leave your message.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep trying, though. We'll get him on. I promise you we'll get him on. See, but you see, I am trying, and I have his number. All right, guys. It's about that time, folks. It is about that time, folks. Yeah, I might have to pre-record on the weekend. I will figure it out. I will figure it out. That was a lot of fun today. Thank you to everybody that donated. You guys are the best, of course. To the few that donated, but still much appreciated. I'll be back. I'll be back in 4 hours as per usual today for a brand new Revenge of the Sis. I hope you guys are there and you will be joining us. I'm just pulling up some outro music here. Give me a second. Let's just do this one because it's the first one that came up. All right, guys, thank you for listening. I will be back, like I said, in 4 hours. It was a really fun show today. I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. I hope every single one of you has a fantastic and amazing and wonderful day wave. Bye. Bye.